Iron Man 3. So these are the events that happened after the Avengers in Tony Stark's world. And I'm just going to start by saying this movie was a little bit of a disappointment for me. Only because I knew it wasn't going to match up to the awesome Avengers. This is just one of the Avengers, you know, they're not full circle yet.
But they're gonna be. Do you understand me? Do you understand me?
But it definitely was a fun ride. There's a few complaints I have about this movie. It seems like there was a little bit too much comedy at parts. Like, you know, there'll be a scene where he'll just be fighting a bunch of guys and then make a one-liner. And you're just thinking, I don't think he would make a one-liner there. But, you know, it's fine. It's Tony Stark. It's nothing new. We've had it in the other movies. The acting was really good. I really liked Tony Stark in this movie. Played by Robert Downey Jr. He did very well. But I'm not gonna lie, I think he was the only good actor. I'm not saying that there was bad actors, but there were mediocre acting. Like, especially for Mrs. Potts, his wife. I just thought she could have done better, but I'm not necessarily blaming it on all acting. There was some problems with writing. Like, whenever the movie first started, I was kind of just, you know, I was like, when is it really gonna start? But it does kick up soon after that. Now, another problem I have with this movie is there's a twist in it, and I don't like it. And maybe you liked the twist, maybe you didn't, but I'm not a huge Iron Man fan, but I did read the comics, and I don't think that you should change a villain. It's a villain twist, and I don't think you should mess with the villains. Some people may like the twist, I know some people don't like the twist. I was just I would have been okay with the twist, but I just wish they had done it better. The action was good, but I'm also kind of disappointed in the action too, because it didn't seem like there was a whole lot of it until near the end of the movie, and near the end of the movie it just felt like over the top a lot, which Iron Man deserves it. I mean, I went to this movie knowing that there would be over the top action, and I love it for this kind of film, but I guess I'm just comparing this movie too much to the Avengers. And maybe that's why I'm a little bit disappointed, because the Avengers was so huge, and Iron Man 3 is telling a story that doesn't have to do with the Avengers, but something like it. And I know this sounds little, but there's another complaint I have. In all the other Iron Man movies, you know, there'll always be some kind of rock setting. You know, like they'll play like either AC/DC song in the background. Like, remember that scene in the Avengers where they're gonna arrest Loki, and Iron Man flies in, and it's playing the AC/DC song. In this one, I didn't hear any of those songs. There might be some, but I didn't hear them, and I was kind of sad about that, because when I listen to AC/DC, I think of Iron Man. That's just how it's gonna be like that from now on. The ending of this movie, though, was really good. I don't know if it really sets up the Avengers 2, but there is a scene after the credits you might want to watch. A lot of people walked out of the theater before the end. Now, I'm not going to spend my entire time bashing this film. This movie does have its problems, but it is a fun ride. It's very entertaining. Kids are going to love it. And, oh, God. It's not the best Iron Man, but it could have been a lot worse. There's a few things that I would have added in this movie to make it different. I don't want to tell you all because I don't want to spoil it for you. But it felt like this movie was just kind of plain. You know, it was really good at some parts, and there's some parts in there where it probably just doesn't sit well with you. It all depends on how you watch the movie. I'm just saying you should go in there not expecting an Avengers movie, but an Iron Man 3. Is it the best Iron Man movie? In my opinion, no, but it is a good movie. A good, fun movie. This movie is just a good action film. If you're a die-hard Iron Man fan, and you've been waiting for this movie for years, don't hold your breath. You know, I'm not saying it's so bad, it's terrible. I'm just saying, you know, I mean, it'll please the fans, but it'll leave them wanting more. It has its problems, but it's still very fun. I'm gonna rate Iron Man 3 fun babies. It's just a little bit down from awesome babies, but, you know, I'm Joshua Bailey, and I hope you liked this video. Crap.